You may well wonder, or be inquisitive as to the nature of my business here, that this is not the best example of an apple you could get. But that's what it is. An apple in Sherwood Forest holds two species, typically two leaf mining species. One is found on every single apple tree that you look at. There's a very small leaf mine. The other one is far more interesting and far rarer here at Sherwood. Now the first of the two mines that I'm going to show you here is this one. This is a small Blotch mine, although it does originally start off as a small gallery. In this case, starts near the leaf petiole, comes along the edge of the leaf and then broadens into a gallery. And that gallery has a defined black blotch within that, and that's the frass, and it's the leaf mine of Bohemian called Veracella. Now, this is a species that are not found until recently, and then all of a sudden we started finding it pretty much everywhere. We looked for it, always on apple, and it appears to be found in a range of habitats. Now, wherever apple occurs in the Sherwood Forest area, this species will be present, and the leaf mine is usually like this. There's a very tiny blotch anywhere close to or at the edge of the leaf. So there's a potential for a new addition to your local patch if you've got an apple on it, especially if it is slightly wooded. But I have found this species on heathland and, if I remember right, also in suburban areas. Now here's the second and the rarer of the two mines that I was originally going to show you. And this is a mine that I don't find very often, and to be honest, the best area for it is where I am now, which is close to Black Bull Plantation and Bradmere Hill, which is up towards the top part of Warsop. And this is the conspicuous mine of Callisto Denticula. Now, I've never seen the actual moth of Callisto Denticula. It's a species that's eluded us in the adult stage, and to be honest, the leaf mine has eluded us for many years. In fact, I think the last record I had of this was well over 10 years ago. But it is a conspicuous and easy to determine mine. It's a blotch mine with a larva creating that blotch on the surface of the leaf. And in fact, I think you can see the larva at this very bottom end. You might just be able to see that white elongated shape there. That to me looks like the larva. I'll be taking this home and a couple of others for rearing to see whether we can get one through to finally photograph the adult moth. But it's not common in Nottinghamshire, but it's a species that there again isn't looked for. But I have looked for it, and did this myself, looked for it many times over the years, and I seem to remember that all the records we had, which has only been 2 or 3, I don't know why I said all really, and they've all come from well wooded areas such as we have here. So that's the leaf mine of Callisto Denticula. Now, as a bonus for good behaviour, here's a third mine, and this is probably, of the 3 that I'm showing you here today, this is probably the one that you'll see and find most often. And this is a Phalaenophyta mine. Now, Phalaenophytas produce blotch mines, usually on the undersurface of most leaves, but there is the mine there. You can just see that sort of raised area. I'm trying to keep it in focus, but you can see that raised and slightly mottled area. That's your first big clue to the presence of this mine. And if I turn the leaf over, and we get it in the right light, there you can see the elongated mine with several creases running along it. Now, this is a common species on apple. There are a couple of others that you could get on apple, but Phalaenophyta blancardella is by far the most likely and the most common. Certainly on the basis of Dennis myself's records here in Nottinghamshire. So this is the one that you're most likely to find. You'll find it wherever apple grows. You don't need to be in any particular habitat. This moth is usually present wherever apple trees can be found. It's a very common miner. There we are. One tree, 3 leaf vines. If you've got apple growing somewhere on your local patch, have a look and you may well find at least 2, if not all 3 species. May well be new for your local patch, and for some counties might even be new. Leaf vines is something that's going to feature in this channel in the coming weeks as we get more into the late summer and autumn season. That really becomes the time to go looking for leaf vines, and there's plenty of scope for a range of species. But one tree, very easy to look for these vines. So it's time to head home.